Hello, Steve Mills here, and welcome back to Results, my podcast. We're on episode 171. Can you believe that? I know I can't. Really looking forward to my 200th podcast, which hopefully will be coming up in the not too distant future. But welcome. Thank you ever so much for listening. If you're already signed up to subscribe to my podcast, then thank you for doing so. If you're not, then I strongly recommend you do, because I'm here today and I'll be here in the future sharing with you some tried, tested and proven ways in which you can grow your business, which is really what this podcast is all about. I've spent 25 years now helping small businesses to become more effective at creating leads, converting leads, creating sales, becoming more effective at marketing, and generally just growing their business. And I like to think I've done my little bit in terms of reducing the number of people who start a business and then close it within 5 years due to lack of sales. And today, I want to talk to you about something that is quite close to my heart, because I've got a bulldog and I love bulldogs. And what I love about bulldogs is their tenacity, their incredible determination, their focus to get exactly what they want, and their incredible, and I mean truly incredible, levels of stubbornness. And that's the message that I've got for you as a business owner in these COVID times. You need to be more bulldog. You need to be more like a bulldog. Bulldogs have got this, I think, pretty much universal character, that they're as stubborn as hell, determined to get what they want, will not take no for an answer, and will do whatever it takes in order to get what they want. They're also incredibly stubborn, and trying to get them to change their mind is never an easy challenge, believe me. I've actually got a bulldog. He's called Bentley. I've had him, he's just 1 year old at the moment, and it's brilliant to have him. And I've always said I wanted a Bentley, and at least I've now got one now. And before that, I had another one who sadly passed away, but he got old, like all dogs do. He was called Wags, and once again, a very similar character in many, many ways. So let's just take this idea of being more bulldog into a sort of sales and marketing perspective. So you think about, what do I mean? Well, what are people doing at the moment? They're actually behaving, I think, in one of four different ways. They're either behaving in a way that they're thinking, oh, well, nothing's going to happen. Times are tough. We've got the coronavirus. Anyway, the government will look after us. And, there's no point doing anything. And, we'll just have to see what happens to my business. And if it goes bust, it goes bust. Now, I really hope that you're not in that group. That's not a good group to be in, believe me. And there's only probably one thing that will happen to people who are in that group, and it ain't a good thing, trust me. So, assuming you're not in that group, assuming you're in a group above that, the second group are the group of people who are just sort of blindly carrying on as they were. They're in business. They're doing what they do. They're not doing anything any different. And really, what I can say to these people is that, the results that you're getting from doing what you've always done won't be what you've always got. That famous saying that if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you've always got. I can tell you it is definitely, in this COVID world that we're living in right now, it just ain't true. It's as simple as that. If you always do what you've always done, then I can tell you, you're not going to get what you've always got. You're going to get worse than you've always got. And, unless you're in a business that sells hand sanitizer, or, face masks or something like that, then the chances are, that's going to impact you, your income, your family, your life, and it's going to have a dramatic and probably a negative effect on everything that you do. Now, there are also step 3 or group 3, those who are thinking, oh, blimey heck, I really know I need to do better. I know I need to do more. I know I need to up my game, but I'm not really quite sure what I should be doing. And when people are not certain, if you're in the group that are thinking, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Are we going to go into lockdown? What will happen to my business? I don't really know what to do. If you're in that group, the don't know what to do group, or the people who are hesitant to do anything, guess what rewards you're going to get for being in that group? Again, the rewards are not very good, believe me. If you're, want to do something but not doing it, it's a bit like joining the gym and knowing that you should go down there 4 or 5 times a week, but turning up there, once a fortnight. It ain't really going to build that muscle. It ain't going to, drop you, lose your weight, whatever your goals are. And then there's the 4th group. Now, these group are very much the minority right now, I can tell you. But this group are the group of people who are going, do you know what? No matter what happens, I am going to turn up to whatever happens with my business in the best possible situation it could be in. Now, I am definitely in that group. I am definitely focused on that. And I think really strongly that you should be too. No matter what happens, what's potentially going to happen? I don't know. You don't know. I don't think even, Boris Johnson or Donald Trump or any of the other world leaders truly know. And so we are living in worrying times. But if you think about, where we are now, and let's assume that things are not going to be as good in the future. Let's just assume that. Then don't you want your business to be in the best possible state in order to survive that time? Or do you want your business to be already really weak and not have many customers and have no cash and not be able to pay its bills when you go into the even tougher times? Now, it just makes so much sense to me. I don't know about you, but certainly to me that, I want my business in the best possible situation if, and I say if, things go badly over the next 6 months. But also, I also want you hear so much, but frankly, rubbish in the media about what's going to happen. When I say it's rubbish, I don't mean it's necessarily untrue. I mean, they don't know whether it's true or not, just like I don't. And so, if you take notice of that, then you're probably not going to, do anything. So let's just assume that things go badly. And, the economy and COVID and so on. And that's what I'm talking about. So, you want to be in the best possible situation. You want to have as many sales. You want to be pushing forward. You want to get as much money into your business as you possibly can in order to survive and thrive. But if it's not as bad as they say, if we carry on as we are, and then, there's maybe a bit of an upturn, perhaps in the new year, and things start to get back on track, and then, at some point in the next, 6 months or perhaps a year, they get a vaccine for it, and okay, that's going to take a little bit of time to roll out to everybody, but let's just assume a brighter picture than is painted in the media. You still want to be in a great position, don't you? You want to be in a great position in order to move your business forward even further. Because at some point, one thing I will guarantee you is this will end. Just like the summer comes to an end, and autumn does, and winter does, and spring does, it will change. It will happen at some point. Now, that could be in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. I really don't know. But I do know it will change. This will end. One thing I can guarantee is constant change. I don't know what that change will be. But we want to be We want to meet that change in the best possible situation we can. Now, one other really important point here. If you've got, let's say, 100 competitors right now, and I don't know, 60% of them are in group one. They're relying on the government and hoping that things will get better. 10% are in group two. They're not really doing anything and just being worried about it. Let's say another 20% are in group three, really know they ought to try and do something, but they're not really, doing very much. That leaves only 10%, and I think probably in actual fact it's 5% of your competitors are probably actually really marketing themselves right now and pushing their businesses forward. Well, that gives you, I believe, a huge opportunity to steal market share. To get yourself better known in the market. If nobody else is marketing, how could you have a better time to be marketing? Not only are you the only one getting messages out there, or one of only a few getting messages out there, but things like, the cost of Facebook paid advertising, it's never been cheaper. Why? Because Facebook can't sell advertising space as much, and the same with Google pay-per-click and so on and so forth. So, what I'm saying here is things like buying advertising space or clicks online or, sticking banners on there or videos on YouTube that you pay to show people have never been cheaper. It's a great time to be doing this. And that's really the message of the podcast, really. So, get off your arse. Stop moaning about what the government's doing. Stop worrying about what's going to happen in the future, and make your future. Take action. Take not a little bit of action, but take massive action. Pick up the bloody phone and get on the phone and get those emails out and get those social media posts out. Go and stick leaflets in people's doors and take massive action to make sure that your business, whatever happens in the future, arrives there in the best possible condition. So I hope that was of value to you. I really believe it was. I think that's one of the best, I'm not just saying this, but I think it's one of the best messages I've put out on my podcast. I hope you agree. I'd love you to share it with people if you would, because I think there's some value in it. I'd also like to invite you, as I've said, to, subscribe to my podcast, but also to attend my webinar. I'd love you to attend my 1 hour long webinar, which is called Results. It's about improving your results. I'm going to give you some key tips and ideas and ways in which you can do that. So if you'd like to attend that, then all you've got to do is go to my website, which is stevemills.co. Okay, just to clarify, Steve, then the word Mills, MILLS, and then .co. Not .com, not .co.uk, but just .co. So thank you very much for listening, and look forward to speaking to you again on my next podcast. Thank you.